am Chief Community Officer at Glow, but first and foremost, I am a human who requires the use of cannabis as medicine. When I was 24, I suffered from a really serious stroke, which left me bedbound, and in my 20s unable to put up my food, pour a cup of tea, do a shower without supervision, or do anything that everyone else in their 20s was doing. And that lasted for 6 years, and I was on an increasing amount of opiates to cope with the fact that I had neuropathic pain generated by my brain, like sent around my body. It was like being electrocuted all of the day, every day. And I was on morphine and fentanyl, which is 50 times stronger than street heroin, to cope with it. And I was at the point where I had chosen an end-of-life clinic in Europe to travel to, because after 6 years I couldn't lift my own head up without pain. And eventually my friend said, "Carly, we'll just try weed," and brought round some flour. And I didn't want to take it at first because I had lots of ideas about what it was going to do to me, and how it was going to make me feel. And one day I had a sodic moment, and I went out and I took this cannabis. And when I came back in, my partner at the time was like, you look like you lost something. And I was like, I feel like I've lost something. And what I lost was the pain. After 6 years, I couldn't feel any pain in my body, and I didn't remember what that was like. And that was the day that my life completely changed, and I owe my life and everything that I've done ever since to this plant. And as Alex said, I work with patients, the majority of whom are on the mainland. We have almost 85,000 patients who are consuming for a variety of reasons. And quite often as a last chance drug. So a lot of them have MS, Parkinson's, epilepsy, cancer, pain. And at the moment the situation is pretty dire. The legal cannabis that is available is expensive and the quality is awful. And on the illicit market they're getting good quality, but they're often being put in dangerous situations. I've got people on crutches and in wheelchairs that are going down to the park at 10 o'clock at night to meet some guy in a Ford Escort to get their medicine that they need in order to stop them from seizing. And that is something we need to stop. So my work at CanCard, which is with the police and with the government, and my work here at Glow, is designed to try and help support people here, people in the mainland, and people potentially even further afield, to just live better through the power of cannabis. Thank you.